Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 10 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. Hanging out on Forgecraft3 and I think I've solved my problem. Now we have to test it on the server, but I've tested it a little bit and it seems to be, I'm going to say, better. What do we got going on? Well, it's really not too hard. It's basically the problem with, I keep hearing gas and it annoys me. I know, right? What's up, Soren? The problem with things was mostly stuff. What I'm looking at is entities can only travel through a portal once every 45 seconds. And I guess that was to prevent them from like bouncing back and forth. It's a vanilla setting. There we go. Got rid of him. He was being a nuisance. So the problem is like the minecart would go through the portal, but then it had like a 45-second countdown, a cooldown, if you will, between the time it went through the portal and the time it was allowed to go through another portal. So that's where it kept getting stuck. That's why it was working, randomly. Like sometimes it would work and sometimes it didn't. Usually the first time it worked and then the second time it didn't because it was trying to go through too fast. So I've come up with a plan on how to build a little bit of a holding station that I'm going to use for my item transport. So here's the plan. Player transport. We're going to have the railway in the Nether 100%. There's no, obviously players can't travel through portals anyway, so we don't have to worry about the cooldown between portals. We just, walk into the Nether, there'll be a train station right outside our portal, you hop into a train and you're good to go. That's the plan. Then for item transport, it's going to be a chest cart, and it'll collect items. It'll go through the portal on one side, and then it'll come into the Nether, and it'll sit there and wait for 45 seconds just for that cooldown to proceed. Then, once that's cooldown's done, it'll kick the cart out, continuing along the path it was originally traveling, and we'll be able to get some good stuff transported between bases. And we're going to do something probably similar for the lava transport of stuff, but we're going to have to kind of wait and see how well it works. So that's the plan. So for now, I'm just going to expand this out a little bit, because if I want to be able to do what I'm talking about doing, then we're going to need to, have a little bit more space. Maybe not all the way down. I'm thinking one main line for both item and player transport. But probably thinking also about the fact that we'll have, a little bit of a way station to stop. If a player is traveling down the line, it'll hold the item transport chest and vice versa. I'll see if I can prioritize player transport over item transport, but no promises. We'll see what kind of fun we can have with it. So I'm pretty excited because I think this is going to be a complex and difficult build to do. So meanwhile, I'm going to continue filling in the walls of this area. I really at this point miss the builder's wand. It would make this infinitely easier, but oh well. Nothing you can do about it, right? Alright guys, let me continue to build and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and I'm ready to do what I want to do, I think. I only need one more thing. Actually, I need two more things. Actually, I think I need three more things, but we'll get to all that in just a moment. What I'm making here is some player detectors. Not you, thank you. Player detectors will detect when there's a player nearby riding on the track, as we've probably seen in the past. Now, the other thing I want to make is a switch track. So do I have the stuff for that? I'm thinking I should, actually. And it looks like 80U. Wow, that's a lot, but okay. Switch track, go. That gives me 16 of them. So I should have, I think for the most part, what I need. So let's test this on the small scale. Oh, you know what else I'm going to need? I'm going to need a switch motor. So let's see. A motor. Switch motor. There we go. Requires a receiver circuit. And a receiver circuit needs a slime ball and some green wool and some lapis. Alright, I should be able to actually pull off most of that. A slime ball, some lapis, right? Switch motor. We're going to need a piece of gold and 2 redstone and a repeater. Just get a bunch of this. I'll craft this guy. Let's see. Do I have any more of this? Alright, I'm going to need at least a couple green dye. So let's get that cooked up. There we go. Cool. And then some string to make myself wool, because I don't really have a sheep farm of any sort yet. It should be on my to-do list. And then we need the redstone repeater, right? So I think I'm going to need some torches for that. You can see most of my items are not here right now because I was building in the Nether, and I like to drop my items in a little chest or something to build in the Nether. All right, redstone repeater is going to need a pair of you, and then redstone repeater, good. Switch motor, receiver circuit, good. Okay, so now that I have the circuit, I just need iron, bone meal, black and red dye. All right, and a piston, of course. Piston shouldn't be a problem. Red dye. That might be a problem. Also, I could have sworn I had more ink laying around. I'm thinking somebody stole my ink. I'm thinking I let somebody steal my ink. Thinking there's a big thalamic mess in my room. I'm thinking there's lots of cake in my area here. Well, I do like cake, so I can't be too upset about that. Alright, looks like I need ink and a rose. So, unless there's some in my Thaumcraft chest by chance. Nope. Man, did somebody take all my ink? I know I had more of it. Oh well. Be right back.
It's fine.
Alright guys, we're back. I'm going to start working on a little track cart thingy, but Mr. Lemming just joined us. What were you working on, Lemming?
Florbs. Either that or fluopods, but I think I'm going to call it florbs.
I like the sound of florbs.
I like florb.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing.
Yeah. I've just got to figure out how to do the mask. Apparently it's something Soren does on his, so it can't be that hard.
It took a little bit.
Well, I was going to look at the enchant effect and just do it that way.
Yeah,
I think
that's what
it's
you
something
did.
like Z layer stuff. Yeah.
Be careful though, because on the edges it gets a little tricky.
Not worried about the edges too much because I'm going to have like the inner liquid ball and then I'm going to draw the liquid, then render the floor case on top of it. So it should be fine. And I'm thinking right now it's going to be slag, sawdust, and maybe a slime ball to make them.
Okay.
Just, something a little different.
If you could throw them, maybe an ender pearl. Or something you already throw.
Ender pearl?
Well, like something you already throw.
But, what?
I don't know.
Well, a snowball would be interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Might not be
So
a bad
because
idea.
of snow cone.
Snowball's awesome.
Yeah.
So what happens? You throw the liquid and then it like explodes wherever the projectile hits?
Yeah, it's like throwing a snowball, except on impact it creates a source block of whatever liquid it's containing.
And you're going to make sure it has a source block.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to make sure it has a block form.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, that's
I
what I
like
want
the
to
idea
happen.
that you could toss liquid metal around with that.
Yes.
If it has a source block.
It does. Well, it's
Well,
actually
yeah,
a forged
tinker
finite
metals.
fluid. But yeah.
Well, okay, I mean, if it has a fluid block, it'll place it.
Excellent.
Soren's chat is looking forward to you matter in Florbs.
Oh, don't worry, I have another thing coming out, which is going to be really interesting.
Oh yeah?
But yeah, we're going the magic direction, so
Oh really?
I think we're going to have another liquid here soon.
I like the sound of that.
I got Azanor's terraforming code from him, so I'm going to play around with some biome stuff.
Dyer, you're causing a mess.
How do you?
He always does.
How do you figure?
If one would look over to my stream, you would notice. Paint. Paint said.
Yeah. So clean it up.
Yeah, I already cleaned up the beach.
Oh, you're actually fixing the beach then?
I fixed it already. Yeah.
Excellent. Pahamar will be pleased.
I know he was there when I fixed it.
Did you see though that Eddie actually responded to the call for CVs?
You see, I responded to everyone. We had to cut back on jobs.
Half
Haha.
brain dead last night. I was up quite a lot studying for the exams today.
This works. So
Yay.
I set up a track that when a player's in the cart, it sends you off to the left, but any other cart would be sent off straight into the Nether portal.
Did we have an enchanting table?
I've been using the one at Podmar's house.
Ah, that's right.
Perfect. This works the way I want it to. I'm very happy with that. I would like to get the... I'm probably going to need a detector rail if I want to be able to do this, but I'm not sure how feasible it will be. But I want to disembark before I go. Like, I want to disembark on the way back, but I don't want to disembark on the way out type of deal. So I'm thinking detector rail might work. Detector track is wooden rail bed and pressure plate and redstone. Am I pretty close to being out of wooden rail beds? A little bit. Dope.
Flippers.
Are you trying to mount?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're really fast.
They look really, really cool. That'll do. AFK 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, got my detector rails. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can get this to kick me off only on the way back in an easy way.
After it just kicks it off in general.
What's that?
I was just hoping it kicks you off in general.
That would also be funny. Alright,
Nope.
disembarking track goes here. And let's see what
Another?
happens. It's much easier to test now that you can, like, do that. That worked. No, it kicked me off too late. Can you go get me a couple pieces of redstone, Mr. Soren?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. See, I don't want to be kicked off like that on the way out. I want to, like, ride it in, I'm on, ride it back, I get kicked.
How much redstone?
I don't know, like, half a stack. Why not?
Okay.
Just so I can, like, basically I'm going to try and connect it with redstone wiring here. So that I'm going to put, like, a spacer in between it. Cool, thank you. I don't suppose that's going to work, but I'll try it.
It
Let's see.
may.
User joined your channel.
Oh, what did you want?
Let's see what
Hello.
happens here.
Dad.
That works.
Hello.
Hey, Jaded, I am recording. And does this work?
Well, that kind of ruins my plans to start cussing at Mikey.
If you want to do that, take it
still
elsewhere. Yeah, Soren's streaming too. There we go. Let's try it that way now. See if this works. So this will obviously be our train station, and I'm riding a Soren. There we go.
What should I do without my interference?
I am riding into Soren. That's not good.
That's odd.
All right, here goes. Here we go. Hooray! And riding out. No kickoff. Excellent. I think that's working, dude.
Nice.
So then we just set up
So-
something like identical to this, but on the other side, and we're good to go.
I'm lagging?
You're lagging.
Sean, are you dropping frames or is that Twitch?
I'll see what I can do. I'm not dropping frames on my thing, but let me make sure it's not my internet.
There we go.
Probably Twitch.
Looking good. Nice and fancy. All right, so we've got this set up. I'll probably want to duplicate this setup on the other end so that it's the same deal, right? Like if a chest card or something comes through, it's going to go straight into the portal. Boom. And if a player cart comes through, it's going to turn, drop you off here, and then the cart will just sit here waiting for somebody to ride it back to the other side. And I'll probably have a dispenser cart or something here that'll keep us supplied with carts as needed. That sounds like a good plan. If only I had ender chests, that would be that much easier. All right, guys, we will be right back. All right, we're back, guys. So I'm just setting up a couple little more details here just for this little track setup. And who knows, maybe at some point I'll make it look a little nicer than it is now. But for at least this point, this should get us going. So here goes, the official setup and test. We're going to have a cart sitting right here. And we're going to hop in it, and it should immediately launch me off and send me all the way down to my mining area. Cool. This ain't so bad. Maybe at some point I'll even get high-speed rails going. That would be kind of cool. Oh, also, who joined us? Neptune's here now, Morvi, Mist, Prague, and Rorax. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
What's happening?
I'm starving, or at least I will be shortly.
Ah, well, if you're anywhere near my base, feel free to come and steal things.
No, I'm still about 400 blocks away.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, you're
Looks
still
like there's
welcome
somebody
to
else's
steal
base
things.
there, though.
So I'm setting up an identical build over on this side. So you two go here. This thing... Oh, right, I want a player detector under it first. Player detector. I made an extra one. I think I've got everything I need for this. We're going to find out, though. Alright, so you're going to come along here. We'll probably want the disembarking track here. And we've got a detector track ready. One step away from that. And we could probably even... No, I didn't think so. Didn't think I'd be that lucky. And then the switch track, but we want this guy underneath it. And use the crowbar to twist it. This way should do just fine. That looks nice. And then the switch motor. Cool. So let's just test this real quick. I want to make sure this goes this way. This should send me this way by default. And yes, because I'm a player, yes, that worked the way I wanted it to.
I got food with half a heart left.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And if I'm not a player, shouldn't go anywhere. Cool. That's where I want it to go there. And then
Admittedly, it was only
finally-
zombie flesh, but...
Hey, that works. And then finally, I want... Probably gonna have to move this stuff. Is there anything in here? No, there's not. Good. Redstone. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. So, same setup here, right? Presumably. Jump in the cart and get zipped away. Cool. Now I should land back at my main base in the cart holding area and ready to... I should automatically get disembarked. Not bad. If there's one thing I like, it's automatically getting disembarked from a train. Ta-da! Haha, that is awesome. And I'm just going to test it on the way back. Worked like a charm, for the record. Though it did disembark me a little close to this edge, so I should probably fill this area in. Luckily there's no lava down there, so there probably wasn't really any real fear of any problems, but... Alright, that looks pretty safe. Relatively safe. Cool. Alright guys, heading back to the mining area, I want to show you what I have and what I need. I have a nice digging setup. You can see that it did the 5x5 clearly, but then there's a bigger area revealed now. What's up with that? Well, I got an upgrade to the wand focus excavation. So remember, with the basic wand focus excavation, we had a width of 5, which means it, did about a width of 5 tunnel. But now that I've got, I've enchanted it with potency and frugal, and I'm pretty sure it's potency here that's making this happen. When you have potency 3, it looks like, you can get width of 11. So it increases the width of it so it can mine out a larger area. That's great news. The downside of this is the huge amount of durability drain that we're going to kill from our pickaxe. So we can see here, like, I've got my repair system going, and we can see it's doing a pretty good job of clearing out tons of stuff. There it goes. Excellent. So it's draining and doing stuff, but it's really killing the durability on my pickaxe at the core. And I'm really not getting anything beyond just the chance for those crystal clusters by using the pickaxe at the core. And frankly, I'm kind of tired of my pickaxe at the core getting drained almost to complete destruction, and then me having to sit here and wait. So what I'm going to do is get something that'll work a little better. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so how am I going to deal with this? Well, I want to get a pickaxe that's going to last a long time. And I've come over to RW Tema's base, which looks pretty nice. It's got some good stuff set up. And apparently there's this really, really tall structure right here. Are you a bad enough dude to take on the Wither? If you are, then you can get your own portal. I beg to differ. Up we climb. And we're back. Long, long climb. Oh boy. But there's the portal to the promised land. Cool. Looks like he's got a little bit of stuff set up here. Wow, look at that. Oh boy. I know I never got around to exploring the promised land in previous seasons, but I'm going to go check it out. Now, one thing I want to make sure of is that I don't really die out here, because that would probably be pretty devastating. I don't have a flight mechanic yet, and this is the kind of place where having a flight mechanic would be really nice. So maybe I should play it a little safe and go get myself a flight mechanic. What do you think? Alright guys, thermostatic harness time. That's right. So I'm going to need actually something that I didn't think I needed ever. Let's see, 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of this, 2 oak wood. Hey, what's up, zombie sneaking into my house from somewhere? Alright, so let's see. Thermostatic harness needs 2 air shards, 2 iron, 2 gold, 2 oak wood, and a 9th item, a redstone comparator. So I'm gonna have to throw, like, an extra arcane pedestal down. Maybe... I don't even know where I want to put this thing, to be honest with you. I guess, like... I mean, for now, we could probably just throw it, like, right here. That'll work. Doesn't really matter where. There we go. And then we got the tunic in the center, so let's get our wand. And let's do this thing. Now, this has a high chance for flux. And it's a long crafting process because, I mean, there's a lot of things that need to go into a thermostatic harness. But it's a very nice tool. Ouch. Getting zapped by flux. Not good. Lightning just struck me. Too bad I wasn't holding a portal gun or a gravity gun. Okay, so we're getting a good drainage of that stuff. That should be clearing out almost completely because I think I had exactly enough of it. That is really cool looking. It still impresses me just how awesome it looks. Oh, this is the one I had exactly enough of. So just gotta make sure that there's nothing crazy that happens here. I think I've got an extra of almost everything though, in case anything is destroyed. A little bit of iter going into the recipe. There we go, getting the items in. Well, so far so good. You know, I don't want to jinx nothing, but we're almost there. A little lightning bolt is the worst it's got for me. I'll survive.
See, and I got struck by lightning like 8 times while making my arcane board.
Yeah.
You make me all very nervous to start Thumbcraft.
Alright, and then I just toss a bottle of Jar of Essentia, a nice full one in there, and then put it on. Oh cool, it's even got a little power meter on the left. That's pretty nice. So I think just double tap space and I can fly. Cool. Oh, it's even got a nifty little like lightning bolt effect when it's actually running. That is cool. Oh yeah. That thermostatic harness is ridiculous.
Is it full creative flight?
It pretty much is, yeah. And it looks really cool. You've seen it, right, Morax?
I've seen it being used, but I haven't used it myself.
Just watching the little lightning effects behind it, really impressive, gotta say.
Different from the jetpack flight, then?
Correct, yes, it's creative mode style flight. It's a little, I think it's slower than creative mode though, but you can put the haste effect on it, and it's about as fast as creative mode once you have haste on it.
That's pretty OP.
What's that?
That's pretty OP. What power does it need?
Essentia. You need Potentia Essentia. Like, you know, you need the jars of Essentia for stuff. If you have a full jar of Potentia, it gives you about 5 minutes worth of flight.
Ah, okay.
So it's not, you know, a huge amount of creative mode flight. Plus, it's really expensive to make, and it's also takes durability damage like any other armor.
Ah.
So that's the one thing about most Thaumcraft items is they all do take durability damage. So unless you get lucky with a repair enchant, like you're gonna have a little bit of a rough time having to remake them whenever they run out of durability. Alright, so let me head over to the Promised Land and see what we can find. Alright, let's try this again now that I have some kind of flight mechanic. Oh, nice. Daytime. Cool. So what am I looking for? Well, I'll show you when I find it. Here we go, guys. I found what I'm looking for, I think.
Or is it Bean and the Jackstock?
Aha. Yeah, Mist, you are terrible.
That's why we love him.
Yeah, but we still ban him from talking for the next 5 minutes, right?
A little bit.
So how is that 9x9 prohibition going for you, Dyer?
It's going. I'm getting that lovely lighting update delay every time I travel around out here. Ooh.
So is he building 8x8s instead?
No, 11x11s. Yeah, and CPW was going to build a 3x3 earlier, and I reminded him, like, hey, dude, better watch out. Like, be careful.
3x3? No, we're talking about boiler sizing, dude.
I know. I'm just being, you know, like... Now, here's a question. Am I allowed to build a 9x9 tank for, like, liquid storage?
No.
What?
I think you probably can.
No, you can't, because it's 9x9.
I mean...
You can't do it, Dyer. Not allowed.
These little Thaumcraft guys are all over the place out here. I mean, they are everywhere. Maybe the Promised Land, like, blocks certain types of guys from spawning, but, like, Thaumcraft is like, I'm cool spawning them anyway.
Yeah, true.
I'm guessing. Celestial Crystal Shard. I gotta figure out what that's all about.
You need it so you can sacrifice villagers so you can fight the Ender Dragon again.
Yeah. Cool. I like that plan. Alright, I'd like a little bit more amethyst before I wrap up. So, oh, there's some. Come here, amethyst. Be right back, guys, once I've got this. Alright, guys, getting ready to wrap up here, but I wanted to show you I'm back out at my mining area why I wanted to get this amethyst. This is good stuff. It makes an amethyst pickaxe, which I'm interested to see what the mining speed is like, actually. It should be pretty good, I would imagine. Oh, that's actually really fast. That's a really good and fast pick. I like that. But the reason I wanted the amethyst pickaxe is not just because it's fast mining speed, but mostly because it has really good durability. So if we toss this guy in here, he should be able to mine for a good long time. Let's see, if we do an F3H, right? I want to say that the amethyst pickaxe has 2013 durability points on it. You can see it right there. So that's a lot of durability it can take. It's more than diamond. I think diamond is like 1500 or something like that. So it's about a third higher than diamond in terms of durability. So by using it in this drill here, it guarantees we have a really, really long time before the pick burns out. Now, obviously, I could use my pickaxe of the core, right? Because that has repair on it. But it's really only got 1500, which is about the same as diamond. So about the same as diamond, and it has repair on it, but it takes a long time to repair this thing, honestly. And I like to use it. I don't like to have to wait for it to recharge, because by the way, this thing will never actually destroy the pick. It'll get it down to 1 durability left and then turn itself off. So that's a good point, at least. So anyway, we do have to wrap up the episode here, so I'm going to let this thing mine for a little bit. We've got a good transport system in the Nether. I do have, obviously, some more work to do with it. Next episode, we'll be back to do item transport. Like I said, I did figure out a solution to the carts getting stuck in portals. It's just going to take a little bit of effort. A little bit of effort, definitely, to fix. So, we'll be back next time. Alright guys, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.